It drops. The first battle is going to be a few traded shots and big pickups for the defensive side. But look who's answered back. Khaled's almost able to slip away, and in fact, he's made it.
Get back into a bit of an awkward position.
Last player standing.
Oh, it looks like a cleanup. As you.
And while this is where things could get a little bit more difficult. Rifles onto the board. Demo will trade back already, and they're actually doing well to keep this relatively even considering the weaknesses. The wrap back around from Fighter is individually in a lot of the matches. Redux already. The information's been handed over, and they're looking to try and pincer in onto this position. Exit needs to try and turn the tide, and he's failed. Hawks shutting him down. And leaving two. Now, Fighter is on a bit of a later lurk, but you can already see the defenders have started to group up ready. Summon waiting on the other side, and well, that decided to show how good he can be. Khaled again. And actually, they've managed to get out of back with Fighter utilizing that res. They're still investing quite a bit into this one. Redux, that's where you get the value out of ISO. The quick addition of the shield, the chance to fight, and now even just putting extra walls into play. This is not where you want to share it.
Nothing. The ult pulled one in. The direction of that fight could be everything, and it will be for the attack side. They end up with a big advantage, but works. Not for long. It's flipped back into the favor of Morocco, which is one man standing though. A 2v1, a retake needed. Yoda in for the first and close on the second. Khaled needs to be careful. He can play the time here. He can run that clock down. Has the info on the reveal. Knows that. Oh!
The headshot puts them into an advantageous position. Fighter's also gone down to the wallbang. It leaves just two standing, but they have that pit, and Khaled again. Khaled has been a menace in this match so far. He's given Zemo a little bit of additional space. He can play back in that pit. That player's going to go down to 1 HP while they're defusing, and because of that, Zemo just needed a singular bullet. It comes down to John once again. The shock dart doesn't quite finish him off. His HP going to be coming back quickly online now. Gets it to half, already back up to full. The decay has faded completely. But that time is ticking. Already being put into play, but of course it does fade over time, and so do the chances of the defenders winning this round. A computer familiar with has been lighting up a lot of these matches, and the operator might just be his best friend.
The drone's going out, but Khaled's able to sneak around that left side, dodging the drone, finding one, and putting them back into a fightable spot. Good trade out by Summon. Yoda there as well. And that's pretty much stalled all the momentum. The Reaper himself left. See what he can find. With 3 players up against him. And his position known for moments ago. Yeah, it was a spanner in the works, but instead they have pieced this together to be a beautiful round, or so it seemed. Hawksinho, 1 knife left, but an op still to fall back to. Unfortunately, kind of forgot where Fighter was.
It's not gone to plan. Giving John QT a chance in the clutch. The swing out from Fighter has given all the information that could be needed. Instead, though, going to try and fake out that the space has been taken. The read from him's perfect. He's just looking at Fighter as he walks around the corner with a knife out. The fact is, though, a reposition from Ada, and it might be the exact one ping, and not really a player that he can capitalize on. Has a good position while waiting around the corner, and Fighter will be the one to take the blow. He's done well to get players back into the round, but this time not going to be possible. Not seen the most from Exit thus far. Someone that definitely has that high skill ceiling, high individual prowess, but doesn't want to overstep his bounds here and looks to fall back with the team, especially with this flank coming in.
That is just huge. They're distracting so well. No one has any idea. No! It's a complete whiff. The ball has been dropped. Can anyone pick it up? Now the defenders storm towards the site. Bodies falling like dominoes on the attack. And only one remains. That wall might just seal the deal, and the cove certainly will. A safe space. The diffusing side of her, so they thought. The shock dart.
Summon. Fight could be important. It's not gone his way, but teammate there to trade, and Hawksinho again. Another impactful round, but there's still 2 to deal with. And bear in mind that res is available. That's going to be Zemo back from the fray. Nobody able to actually trade onto this. Instead, they push into Ada, looking to make up from last round, and he's done exactly that. Viper's pit down. John QT fighting against the deficit at the half, and I'll be honest with you, Mitch, that deficit.
The exit under pressure again. The jet dash out, but support's coming through. Not just in the form of one, but in two. Ada wrapping around. Zemo's found another. They have completely cut one of the heads of the Hydra off, and it doesn't look like many more are growing back.
Oh, Yota might have something to say about that. Already gets a couple, but eventually will be traded out. John QT once again left in a clutch, and oh, he knows where one of the players is. First comes easy. Try and make a play through the cove. Over the top of the wall, not quite working out. Ada already with one, and this wrap around. They're swarming players, but they're just not winning any of the fights. The advanced weaponry. And the squad entering the B site to do some work on the entry, and well, he's managed to at least get one. Still a player at the back of the site that they haven't yet dealt with. Zemo might have gone unnoticed, and well, he'll at least manage one. Hawkzinho, though, again, just thriving in the moment.
One enemy remaining.
They might need a little bit more. Summon will put this back into 1v2. This squad as much as humanly possible and allow for those rotations to come in. A fourth player already making into the double door. Hawkzinho again trying to be the savior, but those trades going back in favor of the defenders once more. Leaves just one man. Yota again has been very good, and well, a double in quick succession. Leaves it to him versus Exit. A 1v3 on the cards, but Exit's position hasn't been revealed. He's just been sitting back patiently, and that time is now ticking. 15 seconds left on the clock, and he may have even just spotted the gun barrel. A small piece of information that if he hits the timing right, he might be able to just get the freest.
He did, definitely.
Just the way it was moving, it almost seemed like he didn't, but I don't know if it's going to matter too much. The weaponry is definitely not the best. Summon has done well to at least find one. Bladestorm needs to get something here, and it hasn't. It's just trying to find out where those last couple of players are, but just look how low Redux is, and he had the spike. Easy cleanup.
He's walked up close to the smoke, heard them walk by, gets two, and although he stopped from getting out, if you lose that map control, the res can come right back through. Exit can be...
Feels like they're going to need a little bit more Hunter's Fury sent through, and that's already cleared Summon. The aggressive positioning, Exit finds his triple, and now Yota needs a hero play better than any other. Fighting out of the pit. We'll be able to retreat back in. Just bear in mind, though, he's already tagged so desperately low. 12 HP, and he has absolutely no chance of coming out. Opportunities. And Exit. Oh, they're just pushing. They're just pushing it down at this point. You can see the confidence. They have a nice fadeaway shot, though. Summon has got rid of Khaled. Yota again has managed to find Fighter. Even still, are they going to expect a reaggress on the reaggress on the reaggress on the reaggress? Yes, they are. Yota was watching. Thank God. Saudi Arabia disrespecting their opponents at this point, and well, it now leaves Exit hightailing it behind them, trying to get the fastest flank of all time. Of course, there's nothing to hold on to this flank on a utility front. He's going to be behind them so quickly. I don't know if Yota's going to have any idea that he could be here. In fact, the same on the other side. Because of that, Exit's managed to get two. It comes down to him versus Hawk, and well, Hawk's...
As the pit goes in, a snake bite behind it's going to buy a lot more time, but that's a good pickup. Redux has caught the Viper. A chance to drop the pit, to get their team into the site, and that's the pickup they needed.
High impact kill, but they've still got to figure out where Khaled is. He's managed to dodge the util and definitely makes it a little bit more uncomfortable. Exit at the same time managed to turn things back into a 2 versus 2. Ultimate's expending, and he's running about once again. Hawkzinho, you feel, needs to win this fight, and he doesn't. He leaves it all onto one. John QT to try and keep them in the map, and he's completely surrounded. It just depends whether his opponents know where he is, and while Exit is just waiting patiently. Map done and dusted. Saudi Arabia will go in with a lead.
See the little fake steps at the end from Exit. That felt like a confident game from him. And it's only
being closed will give the game away, but they're through it in a flash.
30 seconds left.
It's a bloodbath to start. First falling, but the next be for the attack side. Fighter surrounded now. If he keeps on this aggressive path, it's death waiting around every corner. Hawkzinho quick to punish. The defense still has a snake in the grass to deal with. Main occupied. Smoke goes down, but down goes Hawkzinho. The numbers back to even as the flash goes out. So do all the attackers now hiding down in the logs. Point of contact, Zemo. That's huge. They swing on the back win, but there is one where Hawkzinho goes crazy in the mid crunch. Decimates this squad, and it looked like we were living in that world for a moment. Side. Waiting with the trap on A for the Cam's contact and Phoenix flash, but instead the attackers go the other direction. It's straight into John QT. They haven't seen him. The drone was broken, but he only gets one. Exit still being cautious to clear those corners, and wisely so. Numbers now start to dwindle for the attack. Spike's still theirs, but no real ground to fight. And in fact, they're going to split up. The Scooby-Doo in this kind of situation, it's only for one purpose. It's to draw the rotations out, and it did exactly that. The problem was
there is no change. They're going to go for the same play, and because of that, there's a setup. But Exit wins the fight anyway. In fact, they win the majority of fights.
One enemy was standing.
oh, that spams them well. That Phoenix ult under pressure. Hawksinho dealing with everything thrown his way. The Bladestorm comes out. The dive in's perfect. And an ace on the cards. Hawksinho. Part. The A side attempted aggression. Ulted. Don't know how Exit's got away with that one, but he will at least be dealt with after one.
Will come down to a mistake, hoping that maybe the Dark could give the game away for Khaled.
One enemy
Hey, they're in a bit of an off angle, but it's only going to be the one. Khaled needs to be the hero once again. The spam's not far away, and has actually managed to bring it down to 1 versus 2. Pretty low on HP, though, which should make it impossible. Already the tap onto the spike, but he's going to be running out of bullets, and at this point, they can just look to start that defusal, needing someone to make a bit of a mistake, and they just have not done that. Here we go. Someone with the second attempt. The last attempt with the Odin went about as badly as it possibly could have done, and this one's not going great either. No, it's going to be his teammate that's having to do the majority of the work. That Odin is down to almost 1 HP. Exit's also managed to find one. Yotta needs to survive at the back of this site.
Yoda will get nothing. Damage done at least. It could amount to something. Fighters going forward. Fighters playing so aggressive. Oh my goodness. He's not stopping. And they've got the round as a result.
Exit to shame. More John QT. Yep, there you go. Entry kill for Fighter. Another Omen entry.
And that's the problem. Hawksinho now has nowhere to go. Finds one. Dashes out and will not make it. Caught quickly by Khaled. The shock dart takes the trip. Mid-play, shut down though. Fighter won't get anything this time. A little heal up for Redux. And the Hunter's Fury. Oh, okay, it doesn't find tags. And they've lost Yoda. Well, this is... and they've lost Redux in 1x1 peaks. And now it's a 2v1. And Khaled's here. This is not looking good. I think they've just thrown this one away. And that's the lead extended for Saudi Arabia if they find it. Summon up against the ult as well.
Later on, Summon trying to give his teammate at the backside maybe some additional information. Instead, they're pushing in towards the pistols, but it has actually worked out for them. Still a player behind they need to deal with, and John QT has been spotted. His goal, buy some time. Maybe even just opt to stay alive. That's a beautiful switch up from him! And Khaled stuck in the drone. John QT has done almost everything he can to take this round, but Fighter still remains.
Oh, that was a hell of a TP, a hell of a paranoia. But I like what I see here. Waiting to group up. I don't want to see them play this separate. They lost the last round with an advantage. Now an advantage again, but the weapons are a little weaker. Fighter on the other side puts it to a 1v1. A few shots needed. Oh, 5 HP left on Redux, and with a stinger and 150 HP to take down. This shouldn't be anywhere close to an easy fight. You've seen Fighter took away.
What are you doing?
The classic now might be needed. No, in fact, it's a shorty. It will be enough. We know that. He doesn't. And in fact, he's playing with his T players above and all around him. He'll be put down with ease. And yeah, we might have overheated a bit there, Exit, but I think enough work has been done to allow for that. The only thing is, Hawksinho's patience has to be commended. He's been holding this angle all round, and he refuses to move. There is somebody coming his way eventually.
Spike planted.
But the patience on the other side is also admirable. I mean, he's been there all around, just waiting in main. I'm not sure where we are. Taking me to the garden while the seeds are sprouting on the other side. Khaled found Summon and just baited him in.
They would be out of the tournament. And as of right now, I'm yet to see any. They're on the right side of the map at least, but are they going to clear this close corner? They're not. They've missed out on Fighter. He's such a menace, an irritation, but patient in that moment to take down 2. Even still, it's left them even. Rotation from the remaining defenders. A post plant for John QT. They're going to need quite a bit more.
Yeah, plenty of work to be done, and it
enemy
starts
remaining.
now. Making it out of the door. Too difficult to challenge. Hawkzinho's already pulled up with 3. A double on that last push and leaving Ada alone. It's at least he could be able to draw one into a fight. But there, Yoda sees no one defusing. Time already gone at this point with 2 players left alive. They can just run that clock down, stopping him from getting to half again.
20 seconds on the clock. They need to clear these guys out incredibly quick. Oh, John started off well. They do still have a massive weaponry advantage. And although Zemo has at least managed to get himself a couple, they now maybe give the ground away instead. Waited for his teammates to run through. Looks for the aggression onto John QT. A lot of damage done. In fact, he's almost killed off 2 players in one foul swoop. The molly into the back corner, expecting somebody to be there, but it's Jenny for John QT and Hawkzinho with the majority of the work to do down below. John cleared, but he trades for 1, and now Hawkzinho again. It's him versus Khaled. Knows roughly where his opponent will be and looks to try and get him with the knives, but can't quite connect them. Runs out, and then the jump play. Paranoia countered there is the run it back on the other side. Molotov being thrown in, and Ada looking to take over a quick double, but he falls back into the crosshair of Summon. Keeps us in a 3 versus 3. Door being closed. Over ultimate still available for Morocco. This deep positioning that's being held from Summon could decide the round. It's just if he gets the timing right.
The reveals on both sides. But sees nothing for the defense as they look to fight back through. Here can come one from the other side. There it is, bouncing off the wall. It's going to be broken right away. Yoda catches Khaled though. Defender down.
They've been leaving it late, but this is the latest of the lot.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds on the clock. Paranoia well used, but even still the pistols are doing damage. Exit has managed to dodge and weave, and they've just about got the plant. Last second they found it, but then the players on the other side are right on top of them, and of course it
Stood right there, and it ends up being an embarrassment. Big push with the Hunter's Fury. Exit never going to survive that long. Dashing back to Jenny's a death sentence.
making it awkward. The drone doing the same before, making it so tough to break back through into this site. Zemo at least will be able to find one, and Ada somehow found another. This was looking like a done round already. Instead, though, they're now getting onto that defusal. Not quite halved. Redux is spam, and in fact, it's Redux all across the board. Some additional information. There's one player spotted. Oh, the shock dart will help him out a little bit, although the player he's hitting should be able to get a lot of that health back.
30 seconds left.
Oh, it's a nasty.
Enemy tag.
Oh. Exit with the opening. I don't know if that one was called in the timeout. Send him forward, let him take the pick. Well, if that was the call, it's being executed flawlessly. He's going in for another. Wrapping around the cage, so pistols are close now. The op not going to stand the best of chances up against them, but everyone's got himself a rifle. And the others are kept in. Reveal broken immediately. Okay, now the flood comes through, though, and John QT can't hold the line, leaves it to 1, and someone won't stand a chance. It is the defense with another round. The lead stolen back so close to the finish line. Squander it, and it's all over. Playing anti-flash was the op for a moment, and posted up now for Redux. Redux. I don't know why I struggle so much to say his name quickly. Don't these attackers.
Oh, where's he going? Okay, the exit really wanted to take away the mantle of Fighter from Fighter. It's gonna be called Fighter 2 Electric Boogaloo by the time this one ends, but luckily you got Khaled the safe pair of hands. Leaves it all on to Summon. He's gonna have to summon back in, but already they found one.
It's a big pickup. Chance to end it here and now. Hunter's Fury that they're up against, dodging that Phoenix Flash by accident, but Redux still able to follow up onto it, leaving one. Zemo's been impressive, but they are set up well. A crossfire, ready to peek on each other's
rat position. X is holding the spawn with an operator, and it seems like Redux was even aware of the potential, but being aware of it and having a pre-fire for someone holding spawn, pretty unlikely. And X is not shying away from this.
keeps on ticking as the paranoia delays them. Now crossing the side is Ada. You've got another here in the form of Fighter, waiting on the smokes. John QT now all alone, 26 HP, 2 seconds to plant, and 2 bullets straight into his back. 13 to 11.